the something that I've always understood is that there's a system that exists. People really have to get this. There's a system that exists that permeates all facets of human society, that if you rise to a certain level, whether it be politics, whether it be media, whether it be religion, you're entering into the network, whether you want to or not. It's just because it's a ladder. And when you get to certain heights of those ladders, they're owned. They're not only infiltrated, they're just completely owned, and they've been owned and taken over long ago by this shadowy group of elites. So that pertains to Christianity. When you see a man, any Christian leader that is applauded and that is universally endorsed, I shouldn't say universally, but that is endorsed, has high recommendation from worldly institutions, that's a red flag. Because traditionally, the world hates the gospel of Jesus Christ. To the Greeks, it's foolishness. That's what Paul says. It's foolishness to the Greeks. The gospel's foolishness. The gospel is foolishness to the ruling order of this world and all of their acolytes. So when you see these organizations, when you see the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and the different central organizations connected to the central banks funding campaigns, funding crusades, funding ministries, red flag. There's something wrong immediately. When you see different ministers that have backgrounds in Masonic ties, or that have even ties to the Skull and Bones or the other societies. I have a friend I was talking to the other day, a pastor in Queens, New York, who told me a story about, and I can't remember off the top of my head this minister's name. He's a very popular, well-known minister who was coming to do a meeting in New York. And the idea was, again, to gather all the churches together. They're going to do this meeting, and this guy was going to come. Well, this pastor friend of mine, he blew the whistle on this guy because he found out that this man was Skull and Bones. And that doesn't register with a lot of people, but for any of us who know even anything about the Illuminati, Skull and Bones is one of the most famous Illuminati organizations, where they recruit and train some of their young acolytes coming up to the university.